If you want to start a little fragrance collection but you don't know where to start, this video is about some fragrances that you need to go out, get your nose on, and it'll get you on the right path. Hey everybody, it's Peter from Central. On this channel we talk about fragrances, designers, niche, so on and so forth. So if you're into fragrances or you just want to smell nice, consider subscribing. Don't forget to love, like, share, and all those wonderful things that support this channel. If you're new here, I want to give you a warm welcome. If you're back, it's awesome to see you again. And now let's see what fragrances I picked. If you want to start your own collection, or if you want to get into this fragrance thing, these will get you started. I guess all of us at some point, we tried to get some fragrances, or we remembered fragrances from our past, or maybe from our mom or our dad or uncle or someone that smelled great, and it kind of stayed in our minds. And so I guess if you're watching this video, you're probably thinking, I want to see what he's picking or which ones I should start out with. And for me it was 4711. It's something that you can get in Europe very cheap. It's one of the first fragrances that I remember smelling. And after that, of course, it was Old Spice. Old Spice is another one that when I was, maybe 8 years old, one of my uncle or something wore. And I remember that it smelled very nice and very sweet. And so I kind of, throughout the years, just kind of collected fragrances. And here are some fragrances that I think if you want to get started, in the 2020s, these are some fragrances that if you get a few of those or all of these, you will be totally set. These are all designers. There's no niche in here. I'll do a niche one a little bit later. But any of these, if you just grab 2 or 3 of them or one of them, you will be completely set. Most of these you could wear as signature scents if you'd like. The first one I would tell you to go out and smell and see if you like, to kind of get an idea about some fragrances, is one by, it's a Paco Rabanne, and it's called 1 Million. Now this one came out in 2008, so it's been around for quite a while. There are 3 really good perfumers behind this one. This one is a loud one. It's a sweet, it's a warm, spicy, has some cinnamon notes in this one. There's also some rose in this fragrance. And it's somewhat of a fragrance beast. It really lasts a long time. It's on the sweeter side. It's kind of warm and spicy. And it has an underlying green note. So it's sweet, spicy, and a little bit green. And it lasts a really long time. 3 really good perfumers. Olivier Perchou, I think, is one of them. That would be the first one that I would tell you to go out and smell and see if you like that kind of direction. It might be leaning just a little bit on the younger side, even though I like wearing it. From 2008, and that's my first choice. Go out and kind of see if you like the Paco Rabanne 1 Million, if you like that kind of direction. Now, of course, there are many, many flankers of this one already, but this is the original. And sometimes the original is just one of the best. The next one I would go and get, or want you to go out and smell, is also a little bit on the sweeter side. It's been around also since 2008, the original. Although today I would say go ahead and get the Eau de Parfum. Skip the original from the get-go. The Eau de Parfum is just a little bit better. And this one was in 2015. It is a Dolce & Gabbana. It's the one, and it's the Eau de Parfum. Excellent performance, great smell. Very unique. This one introduces the note of tobacco. It's also a warm and spicy fragrance with some amber, citrus, and like I said, it has a note of tobacco in this one, so it's a little bit more on the mature side, where this one I think anybody could wear, and I would definitely go with the Eau de Parfum. This is from 2015, Dolce & Gabbana, the Parfum. It's a beautiful scent. If you want to get into the fragrance game, try this one out. It's a great one. The next one that I would encourage you to go out and have a sniff at is a really popular one. This one's been out for quite some time as well. There's 3 perfumers behind it, and this one is, of course, La Nuit de Lhomme by Yves Saint Laurent. Now, this one is something that you could wear as a signature scent. It may be just a little bit more for an evening or a date or something like that. It is a wonderful scent that introduces the note of lavender. So you got an aromatic, warm, spicy fragrance with the note of lavender. There's also some cardamom in this fragrance. It's beautifully done. It's a great fragrance. It's a little bit older. It's been out for a while, but still, it's a knockout fragrance, and it'll show you kind of what you can do if you blend fragrance as well. This one is one of the best. And that's La Nuit de Lhomme from Yves Saint Laurent. Great one if you want something for a date or evening. It's been out a little while, but still a really good scent. That should be in your collection. The next one that I have is almost on the niche quality or niche side. It's a really unique one. It's a little bit stronger. The reason I picked this one is because it's a lot, or it's in the neighborhood of this one. It's really smooth and beautiful, but it amps it up another notch, and it introduces some a smoky ambery vanilla, and that's Sadigan Voltaire. This is him. This one came out in 2016, I believe. And it's a really unique scent. It's also a great looking bottle. But it's a really unique scent. It's something that I like to wear when it's a little bit colder outside. It's nothing for the summer heat like we have right now. But you just, even during the summer though, you will walk by and just take a whiff of this smell in here. It's just a really good scent that is beautiful for the colder weather. And it's also very unique. So that's Sadigan Voltaire. It's a great choice if you want to kind of go through different smells of what's out there and what's available. This one is a little bit ambery. It has some smoke in it, and there's also a good dose of vanilla in this one. It's a really good one for the colder months. Sadigan Voltaire. Definitely think you should get your nose on it if you're trying to start a collection. The next one that I got is also a little bit as a powerhouse, a little bit sweeter. All of these that I've had so far, they're all pretty strong, and they're a little bit on the sweeter, fuller bodied side. So, but the next one that I think we should look at, or you should look at, is from Versace, and it is Eros. This one came out in 2012, and it has some mint in this one. It introduces mint. You also have some ambroxan, and you have some tonka bean. There's also some Madagascar vanilla in here. It's a really excellent fragrance. It's a powerhouse fragrance for like going out, hot, sweaty clubbing nights, that kind of thing. Maybe just a little bit on the younger side. They also make a Eros Flame. I actually wore Eros Flame today. I don't know, I just kind of felt like I wanted to wear an Eros fragrance, and I really enjoyed it all day. But the original one is a really good one. It has mint, and if you're trying to get into the fragrance game or trying to get a little collection, this is definitely one that you should have for the evenings when you go out and party and stuff like that. Eros from 2012. I'm gonna go fly through these pretty quick because there's quite a few of them, and I don't want to go into each and every little detail about these. But you can believe when I tell you that each and every one of these is really a great fragrance, and no one's going to dislike it. The next one that I have is you can have this one pretty cheap nowadays, and it introduces a large amount of leather and some dark smoke. It is John Varvatos, and it's Dark Rebel. Now this one's not for everybody, but it is such a unique scent that I think you need to get your nose on it and to really appreciate it. I love wearing this one when it's a little bit cooler outside. Leather jacket, slick your hair back. It's kind of like a little of a motorcycle fragrance, but it's really, really well done. If you like the clothes, John Varvatos has got excellent clothes. If you like dressing up a little bit more on the contemporary side, a little bit of an edgier side, then I think this one would be a great fragrance. I love wearing this one. It's such a unique scent. And like I said, it brings some incense, some smoke, almost like a cigarette smoke in there. And of course, a nice dose of a leather jacket in this fragrance. It's a really good one. Get your nose on it and see what you think. Definitely worth having in my collection. I got one more that's a little bit on the sweeter side. Like we had earlier, but I gotta put it in this list, and it's an Armani. It's Armani Code, and it's Absolute. Now, not the original one, it's the Absolute itself. This one is a bit newer. It's from 2019, and this fragrance right here is a powdery vanilla. There's also some fresh citrus in there and spicy, but mostly you're gonna have a powdery vanilla that has really good longevity, and it lasts really nice on your skin, and it smells really beautiful, powdery, and not in a fresh scent, but more in a warm, cozy scent. The next ones that we're gonna have, they're going to be a little bit on the fresher side, and we're gonna introduce some different notes in the next ones. Something that you can wear a little bit more, maybe when it's hotter outside. So going a little bit on the fresher side, but introducing a nice dose or a heavy dose of ambroxan and also some pepper. You got some regular pepper and then you got some Szechuan pepper, is of course Sauvage by Dior. Now this one is the Eau de Parfum. I like it just a little bit better. It's not quite as fresh as the Eau de Toilette. Some people like the Eau de Toilette better. It also carries better if you like to fill the room a little bit more. I like this one. It sits a little bit closer in, but I think all the Sauvage is really a good fragrance. Of course, Johnny Depp, you know, he was the face of this fragrance, so you can imagine it's a really sexy scent. I always get compliments on it. Of course, nowadays, everybody probably knows Sauvage, even though when I wear it, it's not like people go, oh, you're wearing Sauvage, at least not in my circles. Maybe in yours they do. But it's a wonderful scent, something unique, and like I said, it introduces some pepper and a huge amount of ambroxan. That Sauvage should be in your collection, and if not, then go out and get a whiff of it and see what you like, see how it develops on your skin. It's a really good one. And along the same sort of heavy hitting power that Sauvage has, we can go with one from 2010, and it is Bleu de Chanel by Chanel. This one introduces the note of ISOE Super, where the Sauvage has the ambroxan. This one went with ISOE Super. It's a little bit lighter. It's a fleeting scent. It comes and goes. It's a really beautiful one. I have the EDT and I have the EDP. I wear them for different situations, and it's a really good fragrance. I think the EDP came out in 2014, and I think this one is 2010. It's a really lovely scent. Every time I wear this one, people ask me, oh my God, you smell good. What are you wearing? Even though it's been out for a long time. And some people, like just with Sauvage, will actually recognize the scent by now. It's a really killer scent, and you need to go out and just get your nose on it if you haven't tried it yet, and that's the EDT or the EDP. Really, either one of those are really good fragrances that you need to get into your collection, or at least get your nose on it to see what we have out there. And this, like I said, this one has the ISOE Super, which is a different note from the ambroxan. The next one, or the next two that we're gonna do, we're gonna introduce a couple of different notes. We're gonna make them marine notes. And so we have one from 2015, and this is Acqua di Gio, and it is by Giorgio Armani, and it is Profumo. Now the original Acqua di Gio is a little bit on the dated side. Some of my older clients are wearing that. So if you're in the younger, you know, let's say below, I don't know, 60 maybe, okay? If you're below 60, you really need to go with the Acqua di Gio Profumo. It's a really good, light, airy scent. It's great for the summertime, and it has a marine note in it. It is not at all like slimy green marini though. It is more like an airy, slight salty, like a nice fine soap around the ocean. It's really quite beautifully done. And that's Acqua di Gio. Also need to go out and get your nose on it. It's such a good one. I have the huge bottle of it because I love wearing this one in the hot summer heat. Acqua di Gio Profumo from Giorgio Armani. It's a great one. Get it in your collection. And now to kind of follow through on the marine note, if you want something that's a little bit denser, a little bit more dark, deep green seaweed, there's actually a fragrance by Bulgari, and it is Aqua Pour Homme, and it is this fragrance right here. Now I just sprayed this on this little tester because I haven't smelled it in a long time. I haven't worn it, but you know, this is such a great scent, and they actually use the real note of seaweed in this fragrance, and it's beautifully done. It's from 2005, so the seaweed is really camouflaged really well in the background. It does definitely smell much more on the marine side. It is also quite a masculine scent, I think. And that is Bulgari Pour Homme from 2005 with the marine note. Now we got a few more. We got like 3 more fragrances, and the next one that we got is gonna have a nice little starting fragrance of bergamot. There's lots of fragrances out there that have, you know, the bergamot in it as a top fragrance. This one is also going to have some pink pepper and some clary sage in the top. And it smells a lot like a much more popular fragrance that is way more money. This one, what this one brings into the game is also ambroxan, and there's some Acqua wood in this one. This is a 2019 fragrance by Mont Blanc, and it's called Explorer. This one has a fabulous dry down. It's really good in high heat. You can wear this one anywhere. Most of these scents you can either wear during the day or during the night, you know. But this one you can wear just about anywhere. It's 100% office friendly. And like I said, it smells a lot like one of the fragrances, or it's compared to one of the fragrances in the niche world of fragrances. But you can get this one nowadays for, you know, under $50 if you look at online retailers. And it's a really good fragrance that dries down really nice. It's not, of course, you know, not as good as, you know, for me at least. They have different spots in my heart. But I do wear this one quite a lot, and it's, you know, super cheap compared to the niche one. Now this one also has some Acqua wood in it. There's some patchouli, and there's also some cacao pods, so it has a really nice, beautiful dry down. And that's from 2019 Mont Blanc, and it's the Explorer. Definitely get your nose on it to see what's out there as far as, you know, the bergamot's concerned. The next one I have is one from 2015, I believe, and it is Prada Lum. This one introduces some neroli. There's also some iris and violet in this fragrance. Now I think it is, you know, unisex really, but it's marketed towards men. But it's in the style of Prada. You can wear this one to work. It's really nice. It's clean. It's somewhat powdery. And there's also some cardamom, and there's some black pepper in this fragrance. It's really a unique scent for when you're dressed up. It's nice to go out in, but I think it's more for like a daytime office kind of setting in the style of Prada. Definitely got to get your nose on it. If you want to start your fragrance collection, it's Prada Lum, Iris, and Violet. Really good one. And the final one that we're going to look at or put into this sort of arrangement of fragrances that if you want to start a collection you should go out and smell. It's one from 2006, and it is Terre de Hermès, and it is, I guess, Terre de Hermès from 2006. This is a huge bottle. I don't think I'm ever gonna get through it, and I don't really want to. But this is such a wonderful fragrance. What we have in this fragrance here is, wow, did you see that sprayer? What we have in this fragrance, we're gonna have some orange, and we have some grapefruit, and there's a dose of pepper in this. Now this smells like a ripe orange. And there's also some cedar and some vetiver in this fragrance. It's a really wonderful fragrance. I mean, you can't go wrong with this one. It's a little bit more on the mature side. It's been around since 2006. Still sells like hotcakes. It also has a nice little closer like this if you throw it into your luggage. You can just go like this, close it up, and throw it in there, and you're good to go. That's Terre de Hermès from 2006. This one actually won an award in 2007. So it's a really excellent fragrance if you like something. Some pepper, some orange, a little bit of flower, rose or something in the background. A good amount of benzoin. Dries down really well, lasts a long time. Great one to have in your collection. And I hope you enjoyed this quick rundown of some fragrances that you could get into your collection if you're trying to start out. All of these are really good. They smell wonderful. Everyone's going to love the way you smell. Don't forget to love, like, share, subscribe, all those wonderful things that support this channel. I want to thank you in advance. Until next time, I want you to take good care of yourself, always smell nice, and I'll talk to you soon. Until then, Central.